Hi everyone, we are continuing to look at Paula Good's book on parables, and today we are looking at salt, good old common down to earth salt, sodium chloride. In Matthew it says, "You are the salt of the earth, but if salt becomes insipid, how can it be resalted? It's good for nothing except being thrown out and trampled underfoot." In Mark it says, "Salt is good, but if salt becomes unsalty, by what can you season it? Have salt among yourselves and be at peace with one another." And in Luke it says, "Therefore salt is good, but if salt is insipid, by what can it be seasoned? It is suitable neither for the earth nor for the pile of manure. They throw it out. Let the person with ears hear." Salt had a range of uses at that time, maybe a little bit different to how we would use it today. We think of salt as adding flavour to food. It's used in our chemical industry and is something that nowadays we would add to our dishwashers to help prevent lime scale and soften the water. And we're encouraged nowadays not to eat too much salt in our food because of its effect on blood pressure. In Jesus' day, apart from seasoning food, salt might have been used for preservation, as a cleansing agent, for fertilizing the land, and was added to manure heaps. Now, salt in our days is just taken for granted. You can go to the supermarket and get a tub of salt for very little. But in the ancient world, it was of great value. The English word salary really literally means salt money. You probably have heard the expression that a person is not worth their salt or is worth their salt. And really what is being said here is what the ancient world thought about salt. It's valuable, and it can measure a man's worth by it. Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth." And he says to us, "You are the salt of the earth." So I don't know about you, but I don't want to become unsalty if I can help it. If being salty is important, we don't want our saltiness to be diluted or washed away, do we? I think it's too precious. Sodium chloride is a very stable compound, and one way it could have been unsalted was if other compounds and minerals were also present to dilute the overall saltiness. And this could have happened when salt was harvested from the Dead Sea. It would have been in lumps, including other compounds and other minerals. And if there was a pile of it, if there happened to be a downpour, then the sodium chloride bit, the salt bit, would have been washed away because it's soluble. So what is Jesus really saying here about salt? Well, Paula Good says that it's not always easy to be sure of the exact meaning. But in Mark it says, "Have salt among yourselves and be at peace with one another," suggesting that being salt in the world includes wisdom and thoughtfulness and reconciliation. And whatever we are called to be as disciples, people able to cleanse impurity or enabling growth like fertilizers, maybe adding flavor, maybe preserving that which was good. People who are salty have the wisdom to live at peace with others. Because the main thing that Jesus said about being salty is not to lose our saltiness. So we do that by keeping close to him, being in touch with him. And that's the reason we we get our saltiness. So that's it. Have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine, and hope to see you again next week. Bye for now.